Hey girls, it's my first night in my new dorm room and I'm feeling kind of lonely right now. My roommate won't be here until Sunday, so I've just been decorating. It's about 2 in the morning and I'm finally gonna get some sleep. Yay! My room's pretty cute. It's kind of small, but it's nice, and I went over to a couple of my friends' different suites and that was nice to see those. I'm back in the same building I was in last year, so it's not so exciting. I'm actually on the 4th floor again, just like last year, which means lots of stairs. The coolest part of my room is something that I didn't realize until just now when I turned the lights off, which is why I got my camera out to show you this. Hopefully you can see it pretty well. There are all these tiny little glow-in-the-dark stars on the ceiling, and they're so pretty, even for me when I have my contacts out. This morning I got a text from Kelly at like 7:44 in the morning, which was exactly a minute before my alarm went off, which was really funny and really sweet of you, and it just makes me know that you guys actually watch the videos that I eventually put up, and it made me really happy. Thank you! Madeline, I love your videos as always, and you want us to talk about schedules, so that's what I'm gonna do. So prepare yourself. So my Mondays and Wednesdays start out with a class called Microbes in Human Health, which is gonna be really interesting. I need to take a lab class, so that's what I'm taking, and we talked about Lady Gaga and her meat bikini, and that doesn't sound relevant, but she made it relevant, so yeah. The teacher's really nice. She's young, and she just got her master's, and she's just cheery and fun. We're going to be reading from Microbe Hunters and Power of Plagues. After that, I have Women in the Christian Tradition, which is all about women and their role in the Christian tradition. Surprisingly, we're reading from this book, and my teacher's really interesting, and we talked a lot about feminism in the last class, and how feminism doesn't mean male bashing, which I'm really glad is clear, because I have a friend who's taking a women's literature class, and he's the only boy in the class, and everyone like glares at him every time he opens his mouth. So I imagine that's really difficult. Women can be harsh. Then I have my Lorca class that I was super nervous for because of my first time seeing my hero, Professor Lukens Olsen, since coming back from Spain, and I was really afraid that I hadn't improved enough and she'd be let down secretly and I'd just cry all the time. Anyway, it's gonna be a challenging class, and I'm probably gonna die, but, you know, it's all in good fun in the pursuit of learning. Let me read you a little excerpt of something I had to translate in class and read aloud. Now, we did this thing where we read from this story, and by story I mean a prologue from his first book that he wrote when he was 20 years old. We read this one sentence that was like crazy, and she was like, translate that right now, and I had to read mine out loud, and it is so bad, like it's a horrible translation. But it goes something like this. Maybe the reality doesn't stick out its snowy head, but in passionate internal states the fantasy spills its spiritual fire over the exterior nature, making bigger the little things, and dignifying the ugly things, like the full moon does upon invading the fields. So that's going to be a lovely class, but we are going to get to read Bodas de Sangre, Blood Wedding, again, which I read in Spain, and I loved it. It's so good. This morning at like 8:30, I had The Church, which is a class all about like the historical structure of the church changing over time and different church stances on certain issues, and I'm really considering double majoring in religious studies because I've realized that I can actually do it. Most of the books that I bought are all for the final class that I still haven't had because it's at 2:30 today, and I'm nervous because I heard the teacher isn't so great. But I'm really excited for the class, and that is Islam. Here's my Quran. I'm probably going to read all of the Quran before I read all of the Bible. Does that sound weird to you? It probably does. Anyway, yeah. So I've got a lot of them. A lot of Islam books happening here, and I'm very excited for it. And I'm taking it with my roommate from last year, Catherine, so we're going to have a blast because we're both religious studies students and we love learning about religions. Because we're weird like that. We really are. Happy late birthday, Anna, by the way. Love you. Today's awesome because of double majors and Islam classes with my former roommate, which I'm super excited for. School's good. My new roommate's good. She's really nice. We watched Despicable Me last night together, and she's really sweet, and I don't know. It's nice to be around other students who have just gotten back from study abroad because I feel like no one really understands what you go through when you study abroad except for other people who have studied abroad. I mean, we all went to different places, so no one experience was the same, but it's still like, I don't know, you just start looking at things differently, and it's kind of hard to explain to someone who hasn't gone. So I would highly recommend that to anyone. Really, just go study abroad. Just do it. Go somewhere else. Get out of the States. Canada doesn't count. Just go. I wish I were in Spain right now. Yeah.